And we're live. How's it going, everybody?
Good
Welcome
evening.
back, Scott. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't noticed, I'm apparently on a potato, and Scott's setup is amazing, looks incredible. He's
Well,
got
thank
this
you.
lighting. He looks great. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
It's all
really
in the lighting.
jealous.
It's all in the lighting.
I
Of
can't
course, you know.
find my tripod,
Oh yeah.
so the computer, I'm off my computer
hmm
tonight, and the audio is garbage. So that's why you're going to see me holding this microphone. So hopefully it sounds better, because you don't want to hear me sound like Megatron the whole stream.
Well, you
But
sound good.
unfortunately, my camera, like I'm just being put to shame. But
So
that's
yes,
why you're the guy with class, and I'm not.
this is true. I mean, but at the end of the day, I still am an idiot. So I don't know. Um, but yes, it's all in the lighting. It's great. I picked the perfect time to use the lighting upgrade mine because I knew you'd be kind of struggling, so it made me look that much better.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
it's great timing. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know ahead of time that it wasn't working, so I could plan mine out perfectly. Just kidding. So what you
That's
got in the
right.
pipe over there?
I I've got a little squadron leader going on. It's going to be a little bit more
Ooh,
challenging here. So you're going
okay.
to see me put the pipe up and down quite a bit more just because I'm one-handed. But fellas, I was just gifted this incredible lighter. So I'm here at the lounge, and again, my lighting is horrible, but I was just gifted from somebody in the lighter who I met not too long ago. And this awesome little Firebird
Oh, that's awesome.
Japanese lighter,
Okay.
and the mechanism is so cool. So this just slides up, and then it's a twist. But it looks like I'm out of butane. It's dying a little bit on me here, but just
That's
using this thing,
awesome.
the action on this, the way
hmm
this is, I'm in love. Like, this is already gonna be my daily
That's
my
awesome.
daily carry of a lighter.
Love it.
So
That's really cool.
sweet. It's sweet. But yeah, so I've just got my little Archer billiard, and I'm smoking a little Squadron leader.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of it. And I'm going to butcher the name, but shower. I don't know. Um, oh, I lost the feed. Can you still hear?
Shower
There it is.
tobacco. No, you're good.
Yep. So it's
Highwood
high.
flake.
Yes. So it's a very small blender. I think he only released like 20 or 25 jars.
Okay.
But it's got some Virginia, some Perique, I think some Kentucky in it, and it's got a Madagascar vanilla topping.
Okay. Did you have that last time? I'm
I
trying to
did not.
remember. I
It's new edition.
Did you have it in, or did it just come in recently?
Now that may have happened. I may have already
Okay.
had it,
Because
but this is the.
I feel like I remember you telling me the Madagascar vanilla, like that
Mhm.
part in particular stands out.
Maybe I'd ordered it, but it wasn't in yet.
Okay. Sure.
But yeah, this is good. This is
Yeah.
real good.
Just to answer Colomac's question here, Squadron Leader is an English blend. It's
Mhm.
pretty mild. It's nothing fancy. But what's special about the tin I have is it's from 2013, so it's got
Ooh,
a good
how
bit
is
of
it?
age on it. So it's delicious.
Nice.
It's a great blend.
That's
So
awesome.
so before we get into the main topic, which I've got a little question up here. What are you pairing with your pipe?
Mhm.
We're going to be talking whiskeys. Scott is going to educate me because I'm a
Try.
novice. If anybody else is in there, we're gonna be talking a little whiskey, a little pipe tobacco. But before we do that, what's new? Like, what's coming up for Idiots with Class? What do you got? Any videos cooking, or like what are you working on?
So I'm actually about to do I guess I'll give you credit. The live thing we've been doing, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And so I'm about to branch out a little bit and do a few more.
yeah,
There is I mentioned it in my last video, well, a couple videos ago about what my plan is for the year, and I want to focus on like some small blenders. Because
yeah,
I think it was the last live we did, we brought up how the micro blenders have really started to kind of emerge since the
yeah,
closing of Sutliff.
yeah,
So I thought, why not give some attention? There's a lot of
yeah,
people that focus on like pipes and all these. There's so many pipe makers out there, and a lot of people are trying to discover all of them, but nobody's. To me, it seems like they've kind of overlooked the micro blender.
yeah. Sure.
And so next Tuesday, you heard it here first. You'll hear videos about it every day from now until then.
There you go.
But next Tuesday, I have my first blender on. I'll do a live, It'll be at
Oh,
7 o'clock,
sweet.
just like we're doing. And actually, it's going to be shower.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So Quentin, shower. We'll go with shower. Sounds good. So he'll be on. So next Tuesday, and again, I'm about to start flooding, YouTube with some videos about it. But
Yeah, super
yes,
cool.
that's what's next for me. And then I have another project I'm working on that'll start the week after that, which we'll announce after that
All
special
right.
series. But
All
yeah,
right,
so
good
what
deal.
about you? Where's Timber Smoke going? I know we got a magazine coming up, right?
That's right. For anybody in the chat, post your question in the chat. Ask Scott what micro blenders. Let Scott know what micro blenders he doesn't know about that he should
Sure.
have on. He is
Please.
an idiot, so
I am,
keep
so I
that
don't
in
know a
mind.
lot.
So
Yes. So keep it simple. But yes, I'd
that's right.
appreciate it. Please talk, was it in the words of the great Michael Scott, explain it to me like I'm 5, and if that don't work, explain it to like I'm 3.
There you go.
So
So where is this shower tobacco guy out of? I mean, I guess I'll have to watch your video.
yeah, that's right. I'm just not going to tell you because keeping that top secret because I forgot. But he's somewhere in the U.S. I know he's
Okay.
Mountain Time, so maybe Montana ish.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, but he deals all through Facebook, so it's through Messenger.
Okay.
And he's got another blend coming out here soon too that we'll talk about another day.
Very nice.
But
Yeah, cool. Ooh, it may be an Idiots with Class tobacco.
Ooh, hey, micro blender that can do an Idiots with Class? I'm there. I am there.
I don't know.
That'd be a phenomenal
Chris,
blend.
Revere Tobacco. I don't know that guy. Look at this. Chris coming in hot with 2 guys that I've never heard of either of them. Hampton House Blends and Revere Tobacco.
Yep, I have heard of both of them. They're on my list to reach out
Okay.
to. I already have the next couple months lined up, but those are on the short list for that after that. But yeah,
all right, very good.
Yeah,
very
so
good.
excited.
All right, so for myself, issue number 4. That's kind of what I'm focusing on. Okay. I'm shipping it off to the printer tomorrow, so it normally takes not too much time, something like 10 days to get to me once that happens. So, so at the end of February, I'll be shipping out issue number 4. Probably most people who are in the chat or watching this kind of already aware, but I just brought this to share. The last, meaning issue number 3, and this issue number 4, I've been doing a giveaway tied to the magazine. So this is the giveaway piece. Again, my camera looks like total garbage, so it's doing this pipe just utter injustice. But it's a beautiful little Danish-inspired apple piece from Jamie Marcy. I don't know if you've heard of him or seen his stuff. He's kind of gained some popularity here in the last couple months. He was on. Do you listen to any pipe podcast? I know I've asked you this like 3 times, and I don't think you do listen to many of the other pipe podcasts or any of the pipe podcasts. Really.
I want to, and I usually catch a few minutes of each one, but I just never have time to sit down and listen to a whole
fair enough. So Jamie has gained a little traction because he was on Pipes Mag, and do you know Jay Furman? Do you know who he is?
I know that name.
If you saw his account, you'd probably recognize it on Instagram. So he's more in the Instagram pipe community, but he's just a longtime piper. So he lives in Long Island, and he's just in the pipe community. He's just knows a lot of people whose names, right? Like he's friends with the GL pieces. He's on Smoking Pipes' like review list, so he gets tobacco beforehand, all that kind of
big
stuff.
Time. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. He's big time. Don't tell him that because his head might explode. No, I'm kidding. So long story short, Jay picked up some of Jamie's stuff over the last few months, and so him sharing his stuff and things like that. So he's kind of gained a little bit of traction, I would say, over the last few months as a result. But he makes a beautiful pipe. So I reached out to him, and so I've wrote a little piece. So it's a long way of saying that this little apple, if anybody purchases issue number 4 or the subscription to the magazine, is entered to win the giveaway for that piece. So
you don't say.
There you go. That's right. That's right. But yeah, outside of that, that's pretty much what's Timber Smoke. I'm going to Chicago. I know we talked about that last time. So if anybody is going to the Chicago Pipe Show, Thursday night, rooms are already booked out. So Like if
Okay.
you're going to book your hotel through the club, all
Hmm.
that is all booked out and stuff. So if you're looking to get a hotel and book it through the club or whatever, so your room is with the rest of the pipe smokers, I would hop on that sooner rather than
Gotcha.
later.
Okay.
But yeah, pipe show this weekend, St. Louis, Muletown. They've got their countdown going. 22 days till Muletown. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
You'll be there.
excited. Yep, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look for me. I'll be. I actually have samples. So talked about an idiots with class blends. I made my own little blend,
Mm,
a little concoction. I've shared with a few folks, but I'll have samples of that if anybody runs into me at Milltown. Just say, hey, you might get a free sample of tobacco of something that's a nice English aromatic. That's all
mm.
I'll share, but it's pretty good. Not that I'm a blender by any means,
I dig
but
it.
I kind of stumbled upon this mix and I went, oh, this is actually really good. And so yeah, so it's called Pastor Toby for those that may have tried it or may have heard about it. So I'll have some Pastor Toby on me at Muletown. So come say hey.
There you go. I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah, but yeah, excited. Can't wait. Muletown's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, cool. Very cool. All right. So that's what's new. Let's get into pipes, whiskey, pairings.
Mhm.
You're gonna laugh at me and make fun of me because what I've cracked open is
Okay.
probably just sad. I've cracked open a little cocktail in a can, but I'll have you know that this thing is delicious.
Ooh, I haven't heard of that one.
It's like 10%.
Okay.
And for somebody who's not an aficionado, like
Hmm.
who, let me put it this way, for somebody who has a hard time drinking 2 ounces of whiskey straight, this is delicious.
Fair enough. So bourbon smash. Okay,
That's right.
interesting.
So that's what I've cracked open. So what is whiskey, right? Like at its base level, right? What
Hmm.
is whiskey?
Um, so whiskey, I think, encompasses a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have your bourbons and your scotches and your Irish
Mm-hmm.
whiskeys and your rum, and I think that's all kind of classified as
Mm-hmm.
whiskey.
Yeah.
But I know for bourbon, it needs to be in a freshly charred oak barrel. I think it's
Yeah.
oak.
Virgin oak barrel.
Yep, there you go. Yep. See, he knows just as much as I do. Then Scotch has to be in a used bourbon barrel.
I didn't realize that they were in used bourbon barrels. So if
Yep.
anybody else out here too, like about
Yeah, help us out.
whiskeys, you're talking about whiskeys, distilled alcohol from a specific grain. That's what I thought that whiskey was, right? For me,
Hmm.
I thought whiskey was distilled from a grain, right? That you've got a
Hmm.
grain mash, whatever, right?
Hmm.
And which is different, like from moonshine, right? Because that's not distilled from
Yes.
a grain, correct?
Uh, well, I think
Or is it?
moonshine
Or
is. I think that's just higher. I mean, is it more corn? What's in moonshine? I know it's isn't it corn liquor? Isn't that mostly what it is? I
okay,
know. I think bourbon has to be 51% corn, I
okay,
believe, to classify as a bourbon.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not the smartest on the science of it. I just know what tastes good and what doesn't.
sure you go.
Um, so yes, I'm not exactly sure of all how the mash bill works. I know you got what barley's and or maybe that's beer. I don't know.
Rye and
You got rye. I do know that
yeah,
if you see one that's higher than rye, it's going to typically have a higher spice taste
yeah,
to it. So I'm not a big spicy kind of person. So when I see a high rye, I'm like, I'm out. That's not my thing. I don't want my mouth to be spicy after drinking a drink.
yeah,
Just I don't know, not my thing. Um, but so lower rye typically to me means a little better. You see higher alcohol content, usually it's going to have a little more burn.
sure,
However, when you start getting into like the really higher end whiskeys, like one of the best bourbons I ever tried was a Blanton's, I think straight from the barrel, and
sure.
it was really high proof.
Yeah, those barrel proofs are like 135.
Yes, yes, I think this one was 135, but
Yeah.
I've had some 135s before and just lit me up. But this one was so smooth,
Okay.
and it was, I mean, it did not taste like it had 135, but it was
Yeah.
really good. So you get the higher end stuff, it does not burn as much.
Sure.
Uh, but
So
go ahead.
really what I've been experimenting with, like I said, because I even just straight whiskey is
Hmm.
still I get that burn
Yeah.
taste, even at lower proof
Hmm.
whiskeys. So I think another kind of rule of thumb is that it needs to at least be 80 proof, right? Um,
Yeah, that's
it
40%. Yeah.
yeah, 40%. So I think it
80
needs
proof.
to reach, and I wonder if out of the barrel as well, if that's true, like if it needs to be a certain proof out of the barrel. Again, like I'm not totally sure. So what are like the main, I guess, types of whiskeys that you pair with your pipes, right? Like
Oh, good
whether
question.
it's things
Yeah.
like bourbon, scotch, maybe not even whiskeys, but even drinks, maybe alcoholic drinks, not necessary, right? Everybody pairs pipes with coffee.
Sure.
I mean,
Because
that's a
it goes
yeah,
good. Yeah, it's
that goes
phenomenal.
without saying. But
Hmm.
have you ever tried like wine or other types of spirits or anything like that with your pipe?
So I have tried. I did rum one time with some rum rope. Is it Gwaith and Hogarth? I think. Or Gayworth and Hogarth. They had that rum rope? So I tried that. That paired really well with rum, and then a dark and stormy, which is rum and ginger ale, or yeah, basically rum and ginger ale. Um, that was really good. That paired well. I've only done that once. I need to do it again. My rope has just been sitting in a jar aging for a while since then. That's really good. Typically, a stronger Virginia blend, a bourbon typically pairs better. That's been my experience. And then when you start getting into your smokier, like your Latakia blends, your English blends that have that more of a smoky profile, I tend to lean more towards Scotch because Scotch typically has more of that peat smoke, or at least Scotch I like. I like the Highlands or the Islay Scotches, which are higher in peat, gives it more of that smoky flavor, which is what I've learned I love. Um, so that's kind of where I go. Virginia's probably going to grab a bourbon. I'm going with an English blend, like a nightcap or something, or some quiet nights. I'm gonna grab some Scotch to go with it. They just tend to pair well.
So do you like pairing like flavor with like flavor? Right. So you're saying you get an English and you pair smoky, because there's kind of not two strains of thought, but like another way to go about pairing is like
Right,
contrasting flavors, right?
right. Yep. Yeah, I know because that's where I've kind of struggled because one, my bourbon selection is limited, so it's I don't you don't want your flavors to compete for smokiness. For whatever reason, the Lagavulin 16, which is my favorite Scotch, it's known as one of the smokiest Scotches out there. But it's so good and it pairs so well with Balkan Sobrani, which is known for being a strong Balkan. And I don't know why, but the smokiness they really complement. I know you want flavors typically that complement each other. I've kind of experienced both.
Yeah.
If it complements, you pick out more of the minor flavors in the tobacco,
Yeah.
and even the same with the alcohol. But if they maybe not so compete, but just strengthen, I don't know. It's just like
Yeah.
I keep going Lagavulin and Balkan Sobrani. That's my ultimate pairing for me.
What do
And
you
but
guys
then
in the chat like?
yeah, what do y'all do?
Do you contrast pair? Do you pair like things? Do you pair smoky whiskeys with smokier tobaccos? Like, how do you go about pairing your stuff? I'm kind of curious to see what other people do.
Good question.
So, what, Scott, for you are, if you were to have like three bourbons, right? Like in
Hmm.
your collection, for someone who wants to pair them with pipe tobaccos, maybe not
Hmm.
even for the purpose of drinking just bourbon. And
Hmm.
maybe it's the same answer, right? Like maybe the bourbons that you want on your shelf to drink are the ones that you want to pair with your pipe tobacco. It could be. But for you,
Yeah,
what are three bourbons that you would say these are three that are good for pairing with tobacco?
three bourbons. So that's tough. Because I would probably go
Or
with
don't
something
even have to
that's
give it a list, right?
yeah.
Like
Well, I'm going to give you
what are some
one.
of the bourbons?
So actually, I have a few whiskey bottles here behind me. Um, Eagle Rare 10, so good. That's my favorite bourbon, hands down. That is, that's when you kind of bourbon has what's called allocated bourbons, which are it's like the esoterica of the bourbon world. They're hard to get. There's limited releases. It keeps the demand high, supply low. But Eagle Rare, it's one of those, but it's so good. I have three or four bottles. I've been lucky enough to kind of stumble upon it a few times. To me, just like the vanilla notes that you get from the Eagle Rare, it just like this one. I'm about to pour me a glass here of Eagle Rare. But I think this is going to pair really well with the vanilla in this tobacco. But that's Eagle Rare is that's my go-to. Trying to think if I got any other bourbons. I mean, I got some Blanton, some H. Taylors are all part of those really hard to get ones. I
What
don't
of the
care that
Eagle
much for
Rare
them.
is it, right? Because I'm assuming Eagle Rare is the brand.
Yep. So it's Eagle Rare. It's made by Buffalo Trace,
Okay.
and it's it's just good. I don't I don't know a lot about it, but it's only
What proof is it, right? For
I
example,
believe it's 45. Yeah, 45. So it's what's that
45%,
90?
90
Yeah,
proof.
90 proof.
Yeah.
So it's to me that's good. And I fell in love with Eagle Rare when I started really getting into old fashions, which
Okay.
we start talking about cocktails now we're
Yeah,
a little bit different. But
that's fine.
straight bourbon's good. I like straight bourbon. I love Eagle Rare, and one of the things I like about the old fashioned is it typically is a little bit sweeter, and so the sweet really complements like a stronger Virginia blend
Yeah.
or one with a little more. I don't know, maybe like a vapor. I think would be pretty good just to have the sugar offset the I don't know the tanginess of the Perique. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Skater
love
Skull
the Eagle
says he
Rare.
likes
Yeah.
pairing whiskey, particularly says rum and bourbon. In addition, any ready to drink old fashioned. So
Okay.
when you say ready to drink, Skater Skull, like, are you referring to like what I'm doing? A little
I think so.
pre-made concoction, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Yeah, it
That's
could
what it
be.
sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm a little bougie, so I like to make my own. At one point, I was making my own simple syrup,
Yeah.
which an old fashioned is whiskey, simple syrup, and then some bitters, which I actually
Now
brought some
here's the
bitters.
question: is it simple syrup or Demora? Because are they different? Simple syrup and Demora syrup?
I don't know. Well, simple syrup is just sugar and water. You can
Yeah,
buy
right.
it like it's super cheap. I don't know. I haven't heard of Demora. That's
I
a
think
great
for
question.
some reason, someone in the comments, maybe Colomac, I know he's a little, he's a bourbon, a whiskey aficionado. For
Oh,
some
okay.
reason, I
Yeah,
think
me.
that Demora is the sugar. Chris says, "Thank you." Yeah,
No
I thought
problem.
it was like molasses or some sort
Oh,
something. Demara.
okay.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know how to pronounce it,
Yeah, it don't matter.
but
Um,
either way,
yeah.
simple
But you can
syrup,
go.
bourbon,
Syrup is good.
bitters.
But I will say I got turned on to taking sugar cubes and like muddling
Okay,
them and pouring a little bit of a club soda to kind
okay,
of mix it up to water, or I guess to make it dissolve. Splash
yeah,
of
yeah,
club soda, muddle up the sugar cubes with a cherry, and then you just pour your bourbon in it. Stir it up, put your big old square block of ice. And you know why you want to use square ice and not regular ice?
No, I don't.
It's something to do with like it's science. Okay, just trust me. It's just science.
I've got like the big circular cubes. I thought you just
Oh,
wanted
that works
a
too.
big cube. Okay,
Yeah, and the
so
reason
you
is
lied to me.
well, circle will work too. That's fine. But it's because the ice has less surface area, so it doesn't melt as fast, and it gets your drink cold.
Yeah, right. It doesn't melt. Yeah,
Right, so it doesn't water it down quite so fast.
right, right.
But yeah, so to me that's been really great because I love you got the sugar, the sweet, but Eagle Rare has a little bit of sweetness to it also. And to me, that just it pairs so well. It's just such a great old fashioned. Which some people may go, you mix your Eagle Rare because it's hard to get with
Yeah,
anything. Well, yeah, because it's good.
yeah. I'm
But
getting
it's
flamed by my
oh,
pronunciation here of what demerara demerara syrup. So
it's spelled Demora. I mean, it's the same thing, right?
who knows?
No,
Whiskey Stones. Nate says Whiskey Stones. Yeah, I should get some of those
Mhm.
actually. That's
So
a
those are
good
good too.
idea.
Yeah, I've used those before. I have a few of them too. Um, I like my block ice
There
because
you go.
it does water it down towards the end, but as
Sure.
you're drinking it I don't know, it gives a little slightly different flavor. And as your pipe is getting hotter and you're getting more of the flavors and the
Yeah.
more starting to turn towards a burnt taste, the
Yeah,
water
sure.
down kind of complements it, and
All right.
they go well together. You
I
finish them at
dig
the
it.
same time, you're good to go.
I dig it. Life with the
Yeah,
Pipe says good evening. Howdy. How's it going?
welcome.
Just going
Yeah.
back to some of the things. Chris, pair with a root beer. Yeah, actually, this is underrated. Pairing sodas even
Mhm.
with tobaccos. Like I do like a dark cola, like a Dr. Pepper or a Coke
Okay.
Zero or Pepsi Zero
Okay.
with certain tobaccos. It's quite good. Doesn't work as
Okay.
good with Virginias because it just overtakes the flavor too much.
Yes.
And Colomac, he agree with you about pairing like with like. They let you
Mhm.
experience each at a different level, light with
Mm-hmm.
light, heavy with heavy. I just think it depends on how intense the flavor is, right? Because again, if you, because this has happened to me, like a Dr. Pepper has, or some strong whiskey, right, that has a
Okay.
really powerful flavor, or
Mm-hmm.
even tobacco for that matter. I'm going to just use my example of Dr. Pepper so I don't get off in the weeds. I've taken a sip of Dr. Pepper that
Mm-hmm.
has just a strong flavor, very sweet, like very dark cola, cherry,
Okay.
and then smoke something light in flavor, like a light Virginia or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's there's no flavor there, right? I've
Oh,
totally just outwashed
gotcha.
being able to smoke the Virginia at that point. So I can see the in wanting to pair like with like to
Mm-hmm.
avoid overpowering one flavor compared to the other.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Sometimes they like you got to find the level. Uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I've actually never drank soda with the pipe. I tend to sometimes smoke like a choo choo train, and I get tongue bite a lot more than I probably should, and
Hmm.
I feel that the carbonation would not be a pleasant experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
Yeah.
kind of steered away from that. And actually, according to them, whoever they are, whiskey is one of the worst things you can do while smoking a cigar pipe
Really
because something about the alcohol like eats away the lining of your mouth, which protects you from the smoke. So
interesting.
it makes it less healthy. As
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I mean,
So
but
to go back a
interesting.
little bit,
Yeah,
like with
yeah,
pipe, he gives a quick recipe here:
yeah.
2 cups sugar, 1 cup water. I always
Yep.
thought simple syrup was a 1-to-1, like for
So
sugar water.
completely preference. Um,
Okay.
I mix it. I used to mix it 1-to-1 because a good buddy of mine said because I kept buying simple syrup and he's like, "Hey, you gonna have old fashioned tonight?" I was like, "Nah, I don't have any simple syrup." He goes, "Well, then just make some." I went, "Oh, well, how do you make some?" He said, "One part sugar, 1 part water." I went, "Oh, duh. Okay, simple." Now that is very sweet. So 2 parts water will lessen up a little bit, so it's not as sweet. You do
Yeah.
get when I first started drinking old fashions, I liked bourbon, but the stronger the simple syrup, the less I taste the bourbon, and it was great. But now since I've kind of dialed it back, look at the sugar cubes. I only use 3 sugar cubes in one, which is
Okay.
probably less than 2 parts, 2-to-1.
Okay.
So I taste a lot. It's like a bourbon with a splash of sugar water, and it's really what it's become.
Yeah.
But it's really good. But yeah, so that's interesting. Cream soda.
Yeah, someone was asking, Skater Skull was asking about if has
Okay.
anyone tried pairing with cream soda. What I do,
Hmm.
I've got a gooseneck electric boiler because
Okay.
my wife
Yep.
does a lot of teas. I love pour over
Yep. I got one
coffee.
too. Yep.
So a really easy way, fast way to make simple syrup, at least I do 1-to-1 when I make it,
Hmm.
is we've got those Pyrex glass measuring, like liquid measuring
Okay. Yeah.
cups.
Uh-huh.
Just I weigh it out. So I'll weigh out whatever 100, 200 grams of sugar,
Nice.
and
Uh-huh.
then just weigh out 200 grams. Get your hot water, your electric boiler
Excellent.
going,
Hmm.
and in less than a minute, you've got simple syrup. Pour
That's
the,
awesome.
the water over the
Okay.
sugar, stir it up quick. So if anyone's got, I know a lot of, like we mentioned, a lot of pipe smokers or coffee drinkers.
Hmm.
That's a pretty good way to make simple syrup.
Yeah. I
Pretty
like
quick.
it. That's nice, simple, and easy.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Red wines
Yeah,
with Virginia is a favorite.
okay.
Yeah. See, I haven't really taken the dip into white wines.
Hmm.
Just in general, like my spirit drinking, I'm very early in exploring it. So I'm in the
Okay.
process of trying to drink things that aren't as sweet, right? So maybe 6, 7 months ago, I was drinking very sweet red wines. And so I've been
Hmm.
trying to bring that down to drink things that are kind of in the medium range.
Okay.
Uh, didn't know the commies were hosting this. Oh, using grams in America. I see. I got you. I'm like, what is going on? Why am I
That's
getting called a commie?
oh,
That's hilarious.
well, because everything measures in grams. It doesn't measure anything else. I don't know. I didn't make the stuff. Is that what they use in China? I don't know.
That's
So
right.
it's only in
It's
grams.
for the accuracy of the measurement.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's funny. That's real funny.
But yeah, so we got into wine just a couple years ago. We discovered we like the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, that's usually really dry.
There's certain ones that are really good that aren't quite as dry. Because I don't like a drink that's gonna make my mouth spicy, but I also don't like drinking a drink and now I'm thirsty. That doesn't make what I'm drinking. I don't want to be more thirsty when I get done. And so I tend to stay away from the drier stuff. But I'll tell you, one of the best wines for the money is at uh oh shoot, Aldi. Aldi has their own like in-house red cab sav, and it is so good. It's like $8 or $9, and it's one of the best. I've had some expensive bottles. I'd still take that cheap one every time. It's
All
really
right.
good.
I
So
dig it.
yeah, so you find the
I'm gonna have to
Aldi
go and
brand
check that
cab
out.
sav. Yeah, yeah, because
I don't know if
it's a little
Aldi
sweet.
sells wine here in New York.
Oh, well, that sucks to suck, I guess. Huh?
I don't know if they can. That's state dependent, folks. Scott
Yeah,
lives in Florida, so who
that's
knows?
right.
There's no laws out there.
We don't believe in laws. That's what Florida man breaks all of. We don't need laws.
That's right.
But yeah, so we got in cab sav. That's kind of where every now and then we'll get one that's just it's too dry.
Hmm.
But it's if you're looking for like they have like a red. I don't remember what it's called. Never mind. I'm going down a trail. I haven't been down in a while. But there's some red wines. Oh, Moscato. They have like Moscato is a very sweet white wine. They make a red
Yeah.
Moscato, and it's a
Oh, I didn't
great
know that.
sweet red wine. And so look for some of those. Those are really good if you're trying to something that's not too dry.
Yeah. My mom, she drinks Moscato. That's like a box wine that's purchased for the holidays. That's where I grew. It's I grew up in New York. Family, we box wines at the holidays. So
Hey, we always had champagne, but it was Balatori, which was like $4 back in the day. So
okay.
that's what we all celebrated the holidays with was the cheapest champagne you could buy.
Yeah. Fair
So I
enough.
get it. Yep, I get
Good memories though.
it. It
It's
is.
good
Yep.
times. So going back to whiskeys a little bit here.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about bourbons, but
Hmm.
you are a Scotch guy, right? That's
Yes.
what you
That's
like.
yep.
So tell me a little bit about Scotch. I'm pretty sure it's called Scotch due to a region that it's
Yep. So it's from
made
Scotland.
in, right?
Yep. So but there's 5 major regions of Scotches.
Okay.
You're gonna test my knowledge here. Islay is I don't even know where they are, but I know Islay is the really smokier, peatier. That's where you got your really smoky scotches are gonna be Islay,
Mhm.
which is what I like, which is why I know that one. But you have a Highlands, I think, are sweeter scotches. You have Speyside. You have, like I said, you have Highlands. You also have Lowlands. You have Speyside, and there's one more. It's like the smallest region, and they don't come out very often, so I can't remember what it is. But they each have their own little different flavor profiles. Like we have Kentucky bourbon, but you have other bourbons from different regions of the country too they can't be called Kentucky bourbon if they're made outside of Kentucky. But so they'll have different flavor profiles. Like I know Highlands are sweeter and Islands are smokier. The
Yeah.
rest of them I don't remember.
Campbelltown, Colomac.
Campbelltown, that's the other one. Yep, Campbelltown.
He's a buddy of mine, and he too is a Scotch drinker.
My man, I like this guy. Okay.
So yeah, he's a good dude. So what are the scotches that you have kind of on your shelf? Like these are the scotches that you like to have stocked.
Lagavulin 16. The Scotch. You don't need to buy anything else. This is it. I mean, you can buy that and not worry about ever buying another one. It's the best. But it's have you ever seen Parks and Recreation?
I've seen
show?
parts.
Okay, Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson, who's the boss.
Yeah.
He keeps a bottle of scotch in his desk drawer at work, and it's Lagavulin 16. So my wife got me onto that show not too many years ago, and so we binge watched all of them, and I fell in love. And then I became a huge Ron Swanson fan. I was like, well, if he drinks Lagavulin, let's try it out. So I went and got some Lagavulin 16, and I immediately fell in love.
Yeah.
The Parks and Rec turned me on to it, and the flavor kept me. And it's so good. It's so smoky. So but it's about $100 a bottle. So
Oof,
wow. Yeah, I buy myself about 2 bottles a year. So it's not a lot, but that's my go-to.
Yeah.
And, but it's not my everyday drink. But that's that's a phenomenal Scotch. But Johnny Walker is not bad. They're double black. It's pretty smoky. I like that. And I've recently discovered one. It's called Isle of Skye. Now, do you guys have a Total Wine up there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But there is a local, there's a bunch of Wegmans up here, and they own a big liquor store.
Okay.
Like the people that own Wegmans, it's separate because you can't have liquor in the grocery store. So,
Okay.
but right next to it. So whatever you're about to say could be there.
Okay, but
Not a
it's
Total
a
Wine, but it's a large liquor and wine store.
okay. Well, Johnny Walker's gonna be your, I mean, that'll be your good one. It's a cheaper Scotch. It's really good. Glenlivet is the first one I ever fell in love with. That's
I've had
I
that.
think
Go
it's
ahead.
like yeah, the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. It's their bottom shelf. I've tried like 5 different ones of Glenlivet, but that Founders Reserve, the bottom shelf, is by far the best one to me.
Hmm.
I've even had I had a buddy. I bought he likes Scotch. He's like Glenlivet, so I bought him a I think it was a 25 year for his retirement.
Hmm.
And so yeah, so I kind of went all out for him. But he we opened the bottle right then, and it was so good. But I still take the Founder's Reserve. It
So,
was
what
good,
are
but
the quintessential flavors in Scotch? Like, what about Scotch is it that you enjoy?
uh, I think it's more. I don't know. Maybe it's more depth of flavor. Maybe that's the right word for it.
Yeah,
It just like it bourbon. It just seems kind of straightforward. You got it's bourbon and it tastes like bourbon. You can have a couple little notes of different oaks and different a little bit of flavor, but Scotch just seems to be more depth. There just seems like there's more going on. And to me, that just I don't know. Maybe it's because it is so much more smoky. Because bourbon's really not known for being smoky, but Scotch is.
it's because you
And
like Latakia, isn't it?
oh, Latakia, yeah, I like the Latakia. That's probably
Yeah.
and that really maybe that because that's my flavor profile. Some people may hate
Mhm.
Scotch, and I think they're just because they haven't their palate hasn't grown enough to learn they like Scotch. But it's no, I mean bourbon's good. Bourbon has its place, but Scotch for me, and maybe it is because the Latakia. Is that
Yeah.
that's I've
So it
learned
has a
what I
smoky
love.
flavor. So what
Yep.
is that smoky flavor that's present in Scotch? Is it
hmm
similar to that that's present in pipe tobacco?
So I think so. I think you're like your heavier Balkan blends. You can go, oh, this tastes a lot smokier. More
Hmm.
that charcoal, well, not charcoal, but like the mesquite campfire type smell. I get a lot of that from Scotch,
Yeah.
but you don't smell it, but you taste it.
Yeah.
I say Ardbeg's a really good one too. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Nate just
and
mentioned Ardbeg, and I'm
uh,
not even going to try to pronounce that.
Lafroig, I think it's Lafroig or Lafroig.
Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah, uh,
French.
yeah, it's Scottish. Don't say
Yeah.
that.
Right. It's from Scotland. I'm the idiot. I'm really truly the idiot.
But yeah, Lafroig's good. Glenlivet's good. A lot of your Glens, I think they're the fruitier type ones. I think they're Highlands. I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know. But Glenlivet, all your Glens, like you have Glenlivet, Glen, like 4 or 5 different brands. We'll start with Glen. Those are all pretty good. I just tend to gravitate towards Glenlivet for my cheap everyday stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm not very good at profiles. I don't know that much about what I can taste it, but I don't know what I'm tasting. I just know it tastes good or it doesn't.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
That's really all I got.
So, uh, I've already forgotten the name of the 16, the one that you were just showing me.
Lagavulin. Yeah.
Lagavulin. So, what are the tobaccos then? So we know that they're English blends, but what in
hmm
particular, right? And for you guys who are mentioning
There's some more Glens.
different
Yeah.
scotches out there, like what
hmm
tobaccos are you guys pairing with those scotches, if at all? And maybe he, I've got a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions that just came in my head.
Okay.
So there's both pipes and cigars, right? Like,
Yep.
do you prefer pipes when you are drinking whiskey, or do you prefer cigars, or do you not really have a preference?
I mean, I don't have a major preference. The more and more I drink water, the more and more I lean towards water, just because I'm lame. But I think it helps. I taste more of what I'm smoking when I'm drinking water because it
I've been
keeps things
trying
in
to
the
do that
palate.
more often as well.
So that's good. But I think for me, a cigar, I'm going to lean towards bourbon. Like a good old fashioned with a cigar, I'll take that all day. So I lean more towards bourbon for cigars, Scotch more for pipes. But again, I like more smokier pipe blends. So maybe that's why like the Balkan Sobrani is my go-to. Well, that's my ideal pairing, not my go-to. I ain't got that much of it. Those are my kind of go-to, just because it is smoky. But I've tried different English blends that they're really all pretty good with Scotch.
Yeah. Nate says he's enjoying a little Blanton's with Key Largo in the pipe right
Mm,
now, which is kind of
okay,
interesting because it's a cigar leaf blend, but that's one that I
it
haven't
is.
smoked yet. Yeah.
But hey, cigar leaf bourbon because Blanton's is a bourbon.
There you go. That's
Um,
right.
maybe I'm onto something here.
So what are the tobaccos, like particular English blends that you go to when you're smoking Scotch? Like, does it matter? Is it just any kind of English blend? Are there some that you tend to gravitate towards depending on what Scotch you're smoking or what Scotch you're drinking?
Yeah, because like I said, some of the like I don't think it's Glenlivet. I had a Scotch a while back that was a Highland, which is it's going to have more. Like I said, it's got a little more of a fruity
Mm-hmm.
profile to a little more fruity taste. And so I tried to find not an aromatic, but more like an English aromatic, and I found those paired really well because it did kind of bring out some different, not maybe not so much fruit, but the lighter flavors that I didn't typically pick up. Um, and I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. Um, Again, because a lot of times it's just like, hey, what do I got? Okay, I'll smoke this, and now this looks good. Sometimes I don't put much thought into it. I just know I like this and I like that, and they either collide or they complement, or I drink all that and then smoke all that, or smoke all that and then drink all that.
Yeah.
I just go in order. Um, but Squadron Leader's a good one. I've tried with some Scotch. Um, that Balkan Saisani is really good with some Lagavulin too. I think that's how you say that. Sassini. I don't know.
Yeah, Balkan
Uh,
Sassini.
Yeah. So that's good with some Scotch. But again, I like the smokiness paired with a lot of Kia. So
Yeah. Yeah, Nate, he lists Westminster, which I've had, which is a little bit more on the Latakia side than
okay.
Squadron Leader that I've got here. But Sparkplug, I have not had Sparkplug, but I've heard
Mm-mm.
that is a Latakia bomb.
Ooh.
I've heard that
Sorry.
that's pretty robust on the
Okay.
Latakia front.
Okay.
So,
Oh, give me
but
some.
I've never tried it. So Clomax says again, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I think Glenmorangie. Glenmorangie.
And the Dalmore, popular
Dalmore's
Highland
good. Yeah,
scotches.
Dalmore's good.
Okay, so so you kind of sticking with the theme of pairing like with like. So you go towards like even moving towards an English aromatic, right? When
Mm-hmm.
you smoking the fruitier type scotches that have a little bit lighter flavors or things like that.
Yep. But again, like you said when we started this whole conversation, coffee just pairs so well with all of them. Even, I mean, granted, at night you don't want to drink a cup of coffee. So that's why I don't smoke a lot at night because you tuck the kids in, and it's the one little time I get with the wife before we're both going to sleep. So
Yeah.
typically most of my smoking is done before 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So I'm typically always going to grab a cup of coffee. So I definitely gravitate towards that a lot more, which is I haven't experiment. Actually, if most of the videos that I made as Idiots of Pipes, we did a lot of pairings. Most of those were filmed at night, and that was you're seeing me taste a drink with the tobacco for usually the first time.
Yeah.
I very rarely did that at night.
Yeah, you're typically smoking in the morning with coffee.
Right. And so that's why we always did so much with coffee, is because it goes so good with everything.
Yeah. Drink
but
decaf.
You're onto something. Okay.
No, my wife is a big decaf coffee.
Oh, really? Okay.
Drinker. Yeah. She doesn't like drinking too much caffeine. It makes her a little too jittery. But
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so like good English blends, I guess, like staple English blends then. What are some staples that you have on hand that you keep, that you say, these are English blends that I love, that
And so I will say I did pair some Chelsea Morning with some Johnny Walker Double Black the other day. So I had some Chelsea Night, I guess you could say.
There you go.
And that was really good. So Chelsea Morning is one of my staples.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had early morning pipe was the ones I started kind of really dipping my foot really into the stronger Englishes, even though it's not strong, but that was getting out of the aromatic world. But then I found Chelsea Morning, and I've always compared Chelsea Morning is what early morning pipe wants to be when it grows up. Like it's a deeper, smokier flavor. It's got more depth, and it's just more robust. So I keep Chelsea Morning. I'll grab that a lot more. I have some Country Squire blends that I'll, Cowboy Coffee, which I just learned they discontinued that one, which is
for now.
so
it's
sad.
Coming back.
Okay,
but
will it be the same?
So I don't think they're going to call it Cowboy Coffee. They might call it like Cowboy Coffee 2.0 or something like that. Just like how they had the Bowser's Castle, like they had Bowser's Castle 2.0,
Volume 1, Volume
3.0.
2.
Yeah, but whatever. So I think that's what's going to happen with Cowboy Coffee.
And so actually, it's Monumentum Bowser's Castle. I just smoked that a couple days ago.
Okay.
And it was the volume 2. I got it when it first released. Was that a year or two ago? Maybe a couple years ago. But I remember walking out of the mailbox, opened the mailbox, and I smelled it immediately from the mailbox. Oh, that poor mailman driving around with that lat bomb in the cart truck the
Yeah.
whole time. Couldn't figure out what was going on. But yeah, Bowser Castle's good. Trying to think of what all. I mean, I don't know. I got my light right in the view of my tobacco
Yeah, there you
closet,
go.
so I can't see jack squat anymore.
Yeah, the thing that's
Um,
making you look so good.
that's right. That's just me.
There you go.
But it's Chelsea Morning. Like I said, I got Balkan, Sassani, or Sassini. I can't. I don't know why I can't think of what I smoke. Mississippi
Yeah.
River's good to me. Can't not like Mississippi River.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah,
I haven't tried the redo.
I've been trying to. Yeah, I know. I purchased a tin of plum pudding that I have yet to open up. Of the update, I'm trying to smoke through my tins so I don't have too many open on hand. So I'm trying to get through
Smart.
those. But
Yeah, I think I should have just invested in mason jars. I have so
there you
many
go.
daggum mason jars full of
That's
tobacco.
right. That's right.
But yeah, so I have that problem. So I've cut myself off. So if I want to open up a new tin, I got to finish off a jar.
Yeah.
So I've learned to make my own infinity jar. That's
There
or
you
what
go.
do they call it? It's infinity whiskey, but I don't know what you call it for tobacco. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have one of those, and the more and more I want to open up a new tin, the more and more left in the jar that I go, that's good enough. I'll dump it in the infinity jar.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
dipping
You're
like
dumping an
half
ounce
tins.
into your.
But yeah, so that's yeah. My mind's just blanking. I can't think of the English ones I smoke all the time. But Chelsea Morning, that's probably I grabbed that more than anything.
Chelsea Morning is a great blend.
So
Only because I've been smoking it just to try to finish this tin off. But the Squadron
Mhm.
Leader is a great blend, but
That's
it's
a
a
good one.
little harder to find, like when they drop
Yeah.
and things like that. So it can be kind of challenging. Westminster, I've got a tin Westminster. It is a great blend. To me, it's a little smokier than Chelsea Morning. I wouldn't say it's more flavorful, but it just has a deeper, smokier note to it. So if that's what you're,
That's fair.
and it was already mentioned about Westminster. So if you are, those would be two good blends to pick up to give a smoke. And they're both blended by the Dark Lord himself. So
Yeah,
so,
good stuff.
Colmax says Cavendish and
yeah.
sweet rum. So if somebody is a rum drinker, creamy, aromatic. So this Dos Madeiras, he said that's the one I had to try. That stuff was really good. So I had picked up just because rum seemed easier to try compared to bourbon or something like that. Like it didn't seem as intimidating. So I picked up some Diplomatico. I can't remember what it was.
It's a good one.
And it was okay, but it was not very good drinking straight. It was better as to mix it with something. So that's what I used it for. But this, we had a little meetup here, and this Dos Madeiras was 5+5 was delicious. This was, if I recall, and I only had one glass, but it was sweet. It was rich. It was like kind of caramely. It was really really good rum, and so I would recommend that one just from that one glass.
I've not tried that one before. I was going to recommend you've heard of Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan, all the other stuff, garbage. I don't like any of it. But Captain Morgan private stock, so good. I highly recommend that one. That is a great sipping whiskey. It's not that expensive. But I will say this, I learned something about rum. So I've always been, I'll try rum. Rum's okay because it is sweeter because it's got a lot of sugar in it. But on a very hot day, especially at the beach, it just hits different. So I filled up a flask. My wife does these like little workout like camps she'll go to or competitions that she'll do every now and then with her workout group. And they did a couple out of the beach, and it was I think July or August. So August in Florida at the beach is like 100 degrees, and it's just hot and humid. So I brought me a little flask of some of that private stock from Captain, and it's never tasted so good before in my life.
There you go.
It just hit different. Those pirates were onto something. Now I'm telling you, they knew.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, so I highly recommend that in the hot months.
So he says, and Josh says Havana Club is rum aged in
Okay.
Islay whiskey barrels. So that might be up your alley. You might
Yeah,
have to
I'll
give
have
that
to
one a
try
try.
that one. Okay. Havana Club. Havana.
So going off Colmack's recommendation of Cavendish blends with rum, what would be, not necessarily that you've paired them, but what would be some Cavendish blends that you would say, these are some that I've smoked that probably would pair well with rum?
So Cavendish, are we going like more aromatics? Because that's to me, that's what I associate Cavendish with,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
aromatics. I haven't smoked an aromatic in so long. Um, so I mean, I don't give a lot of opinions, but I really have no opinion on that one. I really, I
Yeah,
can't think of
that's all right.
an aromatic that I smoked anytime recently. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, I don't know, but I'll have to try it now. I'll have to give you
you'll have to pick
Some Havana Club. Try it out and maybe pair it with something
I'm
like
not
that.
going to be able to give a good answer either because I'm in the same boat as you. I do
Yeah.
not smoke. Yeah, Colmack. He's a big Gatlin Burlier fan. Chimney Smoke by Gatlin Burlier is his favorite.
If they go to Gatlin Burlier, you got to ask for Anatolian Delight.
Okay,
That's the one. That is a
he's been
so
there
the
a
guy.
couple times or at least once.
Okay, yeah, and you can call. It's not on their website. It's one of those off the menu blends.
Okay,
I was in there one time, and because I've been there, I think 3 different times. I've been to Gatlin Burlier because it's only like 6 or 7 hours from here, so it's not terribly far. Um, but you get on I-65 to go north, and pretty much everything goes right through. Chattanooga, Nashville. So Gatlin Burlier is only about 30 minutes off the road. But they had, I was in there, so I was like, I like English aromatics, but I like a little bit stronger English. He goes, oh, because if you've seen the Dreaded Tiger, I think it's what his Facebook or his YouTube channel is, he's the one that owns it. But his old gruffy looking guy, he's got kind of a scratchy voice, and he, I was like, I kind of like English aromatics, which sorry, quick squirrel. If you ever go there, bring a pipe or buy a pipe. You can try any blend they have, and you
yeah,
smoke as long as you want to. So you can literally try all 30 of their in-house blends or however many they got.
yeah.
But I was in there, and he said I was trying to tell him what I liked, and he's like, "Have you like Anatolian Delight?" I said, huh? He goes, I got you. So he went and mixed. He said, "Well, how much do you want?" I said, "Well, if you're going to mix it for me, I guess I'll take 4 ounces." So he pulled 2 ounces of this tobacco. I couldn't tell you what it was. 2 ounces of the other tobacco, and right there mixed it all up. And he said, "Here you go." And I have been hooked ever since. It's a lighter English aromatic, but it's got some strong English notes in it, but they don't dominate the blend. So Anatolian Delight, just get to go ask for it. He'll mix it up for you right there and then. But it's so good. But I highly recommend that one if you ever go to Gatlin Burlier. Again, off the menu. So tell him Scott It's a Class sent you.
There you go.
Not that he knows who I am, but it'll make you sound cool if nothing else.
That's right. That's right.
But
Life with Pipes says Pipes and Cigars calls their Infinity Jar leftovers.
Yep.
The best of the rest.
Have you tried that? The best
I've
of the
never
rest?
tried that.
It's like $20 for 16 ounces. It's something stupid.
That's crazy.
So a pound of tobacco for not much more than a dollar an ounce.
Yeah.
But it is. They have a best of the rest, which is everything, and then they have a best of the rest English. And I got their English.
What it says.
Dang, it's good. It's really good. But yeah, so the leftovers. That's what you have: an infinity jar for whiskey, a leftover jar for tobacco.
There you go. There you go. He met another rum plantation 20th anniversary XO. So there you go. And Chris says try the Captain with orange soda. So next time,
I have heard that. I haven't done it yet, but I heard that.
You've got to try it.
Huh? Okay.
You've got to try it.
Okay.
So I had another thought, but I can't remember what I was going to ask when you were talking about Cavendish blends. And when you were talking about Gatlin Burlier, I can't recall. Oh, we have a friend who, I don't know if this would pair well with any kind of whiskey, but peanut butter and chocolate, Wilkie's peanut butter and chocolate. Have you tried this? Or do you know what?
I know of it. I don't think I've tried it. I know of it, but I haven't had it.
A buddy of mine and a few guys in the chat, like he smokes peanut butter chocolate multiple times a week, and he's always talking about it. And someone in one of our little chats, and the Beyond the Burrow Discord group, Discord server for anybody who wants to join that. Someone had purchased some and posted a picture there of that stuff, and it's like it's such an interesting blend. Like you would never think like some Reese's. I'm assuming it's like Reese's peanut butter cup and tobacco. But
Okay.
Chris, he smokes quite a bit of stuff. He says that Wilkie blend is oddly good. So
Okay. Interesting.
Steve should start getting royalties. He definitely should. We talk. It's become a bit of a meme at this point for us, but yeah, peanut butter and chocolate. So
I bet that pair well. So I have a have you ever heard of Screwball whiskey? It's a
I've heard of
basically
it.
it's a peanut butter flavored whiskey.
Okay.
But Kenny Chesney, the country singer, he makes, I think it's called Blue Chair rum, yeah, I think it's Blue Chair rum. But they have a banana flavor rum, and so you mix that with that Screwball whiskey, like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. I bet that might pair great with that Wilk peanut butter and chocolate.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, now I got to try. Thanks.
Anything else on pairings or anything like that?
So I'm trying to think. Maybe not so much on pairings. I got some more thoughts about whiskey. Since you're trying to get into it, I got some beginner tips if you want those.
Yeah,
but,
let's hear some beginner tips on whiskey.
Okay, so
yeah, for me, like I'm trying to
yeah,
figure this out.
Same. So it's the same thing. I was a beer drinker through and through. Just way before I ever got into pipes and tobacco. But I was beer drinker. Just drink beer. That's great. The problem was that you have to go to the bathroom all night long because it's so watery, and you keep drinking. It's just you're drinking more water. So I was like, I'd love to get into some whiskey, and so I don't have to drink as much. I can actually enjoy a night's sleep after drinking. And my mom, she decided to get me one for Christmas because that's all I really wanted. I'd like to try a bottle of whiskey. She's like, "What do you want?" I have no idea. So she went to like a Chili's or Applebee's and just asked some guy who was like a regular. I said, "Hey, what do you recommend?"
That's hilarious.
And he, as she asked him, he got
Applebee's for the whiskey recommendation.
Whiskey recommendation. And he said, he goes, Maker's Mark. That's where it's at. She goes, "Oh, okay. Well, what do you like? I mean, what do you like pair it with or mix with?" He goes, "Mix? You just drink it? What do you mean mix it?" So she goes, "Oh, well, okay then." So she gave me a bottle of Maker's. That was not pleasant. It's on the cheaper side of whiskeys and it's decent.
Yeah.
But so I went off the kind of deep end. Is like, how do I learn to like whiskey? Because maybe I just don't. And the I saw it multiple times. The best way to get into whiskey is to water it down. Now they actually even say if you get even some higher end whiskeys, if you just put a splash of water in it, just to kind of slightly cut the alcohol content, you get a lot more flavor. It opens it up. Some connoisseurs even say that's the best way to enjoy it, was just a splash of water. But so I started mixing 50-50 water whiskey. There you go. I just, as I keep drinking it, and I just slowly over time, just less and less water. And I went, oh, this is actually, it's a splash of water now. And so this really actually opened up. And then I was like, oh, maybe I do like whiskey.
It's like drinking 2% milk and then trying to drink actual milk.
Exactly. Yep. I want to learn to drink whole milk, but it's too strong for me. So let me start with some skim milk and maybe work my way up to some 2%.
Start with skim.
Yeah. I'll work my way up to 2%. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. If you find some whiskey that don't put too much money into it, Maker's is good.
Yeah.
But water it down, or throw a whole handful of ice cubes in there and let them melt. Other pro tip is when with the alcohol content, evaporates at room temperature.
Look at that.
Yeah, so Glencairn. It's a great. Then when you actually get past the red Solo cups, you can start experimenting with different glasses. They do tend to open up some of the flavors. I used to just drink out of a small water cup, but water down. Once you're done with the water down, you can start. You start going straight. Alcohol evaporates at room temperature. So really, this thing's been sitting here for what now, 30 minutes maybe. The alcohol starts to evaporate off, so the burn gets less and less, and you get more of the flavor behind.
I'm gonna have to try that. Pour it early and let it sit for a little bit.
Yep, seriously. Let it sit 30 minutes to an hour. Not overnight. Found that out the hard way. If you let it sit overnight, all alcohol is gone, and all you have is not good flavor. So don't do it too long. But yeah, 30 minutes to an hour. Just let it sit there. Swirl it around a few times. Just really open it up. Get that alcohol back on top, so it evaporates away. It's good.
Interesting. The only whiskey that I've picked up that I quite enjoy is 1792.
Okay,
it's a bourbon, 1792. It's very good. It's not that expensive. It's maybe like $30 to $35 a bottle. So it's not like bottom shelf, but it's not crazy. Right. A friend of mine gifted me a bottle, and it's very enjoyable, and it's like right in that middle Like I think it's 46%, something like that.
Okay,
40,
perfect. Yeah,
44 to
there you go.
46%. So that's
That's awesome.
that's good tips though. More ice cubes. I'm gonna let it sit for a while, swirl it for a half hour next
Yeah,
time that I give
and
one
if
a try.
it and really if it's too much, throw some ice cubes in it.
Yeah,
Because it is better cold. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good cold. I've just gotten where I like it, room temperature, but it's good and cold. So whiskey rocks. When you're tired of
yeah.
putting ice in it, throw some whiskey rocks in it, so you get the chilled without the water down. And there you go.
Yeah, Colmac says if you're tasting whiskey, take a big breath
Oh
before you
yes,
sip,
that's
then breathe it out. That's what I
that's the
find
other
as
tip.
well to
Yep,
breathe out to kind of cut down on the burn some.
yep.
So
And through your mouth, don't breathe out through your nose,
yeah,
because the alcohol's sitting in there and it's burning. But if you just take a sip, and I mean, it really burns almost completely gone. So
yeah,
yeah, that's another phenomenal pro tip.
yeah. Good deal. All right, so before we wrap it up, we've been here about an hour. Is there anything else that you want to mention before we close? And Colmac has asked one question to drop.
Yeah, no, I can think of anything. Great
All right, good
conversation.
deal. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I think this was
Yeah.
fun. Something a little bit different. Like
Hmm.
I'm obviously very illiterate when it comes to whiskey, so I appreciate it. Everybody in the
We
chat
all started there, right? Yeah, we all
helping us
started there.
figure it out. So it says, can you each give a 2 or 3 tin suggestions of tins you think that we should try? So what are a few tins? And even people in the
Yes.
comments, like Nate
Right.
has smoked a lot of tobacco. Josh, Chris, like they've all smoked a lot of tobaccos.
Hmm.
They've got a wide range of palates. And so let's maybe even try to keep it to things that are more easily accessible, right?
Sure.
Like things that someone that could purchase.
Bro, I mean, I think some Esoterica Pembroke's probably a good one to start with,
There you go.
and then stuff you can never find.
Yeah, right.
Um, that's just a loaded question. Like if you're a newbie experimenting, I mean, you need an English, you
Yeah, I
need a
think it
Virginia.
comes from a position of like
Just,
I'm looking to branch out, right?
yeah.
I'm looking to try something different, maybe something that I haven't heard of before. What are a few
Hmm.
tobaccos?
I'm trying to think. What do you got?
Yeah, so the first one that comes to my head is GLP's Horizons.
Okay.
It's a great tobacco. It's
Yeah.
it's not crazy strong. It's not crazy strong in the sense of the flavor, right? Because that can
Hmm.
be just like we're talking about whiskeys. One of the things that can be maybe challenging for someone who's trying to get into them is
Hmm.
how strong the flavor is, the burn, things like that.
Right.
The same thing can be true of English tobaccos. I think that the Latakia and the smokiness of the Latakia can be intimidating for people trying to get into it.
Yeah.
And Horizons it has the smokiness of the Latakia, but Nate says it's very nuanced. Like it still maintains a very mellow, like creamy smoke. Like
Okay.
it's a really delicious blend. It's yeah, that would be one that I would recommend, especially if you're someone who you want to maybe try to smoke Latakia, but you don't like overpowered smokiness. That could be something better to try, something in that range.
So I'll complement that with Country Squire's Hunting Creek.
Yeah.
It's a good English aromatic. It's got a little bit of smokiness, but not much. It's subtle. And it's English aromatics is part aromatic, part English. Country Squire and Boswell blends are probably my more go-to.
Okay.
As you can say, not big box, not big manufacturer blends.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you want something new, I mean, Northwoods is phenomenal if you like a lot of Kia. That's so good. But yeah, Military Force from Boswell's too, Hunting Creek from Country Squire, both good blends, or all three good blends. I mean, if you've never had the Virginia from the Briary, if you're looking for something new, kind of nuanced, but they have that ephemeris, it's just a
Yeah.
straight Virginia. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, that's good. If you can catch the Rougarou that drops from Watch City here on April 1st.
How does Ephemeris, like, is that a bright Virginia? Like, how does that stack up to other straight Virginias, like an
It's
Orlick, or like, is it more of the Navy style, like a luxury Navy flake? Like, where does that sit?
so I'm not like I'm just now getting into Virginias.
Okay.
Ephemeris is one of the ones I liked. I know he did mix, like I think whenever Sutliff announced their closing, because that's one of the main components of he
Sure.
bought like I think 100 pounds of their red Virginia,
Okay.
Is it 5100 or something? Whatever they called their red
Yeah,
Virginia.
5100.
So that's a big component of it. That maybe if he bought so much, it may be one of the main components. I know it's not the only one, but it's got a lot of that. I think it may have some bright Virginias in it too. But it's just it's a good straight Virginia that made me realize, okay, maybe these straight Virginias aren't that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so scared of them, but that'd be the one I'd branch out to try to, So it's okay. It has bright stoked and all Virginia.
Yeah.
Um, yes, that'd be a good one if you're looking for something just different and
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. Another thing that I would recommend in the Virginia line is luxury bullseye flake.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good
Luxury
one.
bullseye flake is so good. You can buy it in bulk, so it's not very expensive. Um, like you can buy it from Pipes and Cigars just to get it
Mhm.
even cheaper. Like it's pretty inexpensive from there. And yeah, that is a Virginia blend that I love, and it's got a Cavendish
Yeah.
center to the coin. One is just fun. I love coins. They're just fun. It's and that even as far as Virginias go, like because too like a straight Virginia also can be intimidating to smoke, right? Like things that
Yeah.
are really strong in flavor or can cause tongue bite or all these kinds of things. Like
Mhm.
for someone getting into pipes or something like that. So all that to say, luxury bullseye flake is good. I enjoy it fresh. Like I really don't mind it fresh, but aged, it's incredible aged.
Yeah,
Any
it
kind of
really
age.
it mellows. It adds. I mean, it is a lot better aged. Like a vapor,
Yeah.
aged is a lot better. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's. And so let me ask you, with coins, do you fold and stuff? Do you rub them out? What do you do with your coins?
I rub them out. Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
curious.
typically do that for anything. Yeah, I usually rub it
Okay.
out. Northern Pointer, Telegraph Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I like citrus Ford Virginias.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I like that note from Virginia's. I enjoy it quite a bit. He also asked something. So, what's a tobacco rope? So, a tobacco rope is they take the leaves and then they twist it.
Hmm.
So when you see that, it's just the leaves and then they twist them up to make a rope. That's all it is. So
But I think it's a lot more labor intensive. So
yeah,
they do cost a little bit more just because it's
sure,
tougher to make.
yeah,
And there's not a lot of them out there.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
basically that's how you get coins, right? Because those get sliced, and
Yeah.
that's how you get a coin, really.
Yeah. And if
But
you get rope tobacco, cigar cutter, it's the best way to to
yeah,
cut it
that's
up.
true. A cigar cutter is a good way to cut it up. Easy entry into Burley. Yeah, I don't really
Mm.
smoke. I don't smoke many
Sa-
Burleys, to be honest.
Burley Morning Pipe from, was that Ken Byron? It's not readily available, but that was one I realized that I do kind of like Burley. Oh, and while I mentioned this on a video not long ago, just a little short rawhide from the Briary. This is their second blend they've ever released. It's a Burley forward blend, but it's good. It tend to be a little bit smokier, and so I don't like Burleys. To me, Burleys always taste like cigarettes or smells like cigarettes, and I
Sure.
can't stand it.
Yeah.
And but that was pretty good. So don't sleep on that one. I think that'd be a great Burley entry. I mean, it's readily available right now. But
Yeah.
that and Burley Morning Pipes all I've really dipped into Burley wise because again
Yeah.
it always smelled like cigarettes to me, so I always avoided it.
There you go. Triple play, Rat Race, Hallow the Wind. Yeah, I really want to try Hallow the Wind.
Yeah.
I've heard lots of good things about that. Rat Race kind of has like three different Virginias: Hallow the Wind, Marlin Flake, and I can't recall the other one. But
Doesn't Rat Race have like an orange or a Caribbean type one they had? I feel like it's very orange flavored,
oh, really?
orange scented. Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm not super familiar
Okay.
with the Rat Race portfolio, but
Yeah, me neither.
yeah. And Nate says there's a difference between rope and twist, right? Because there is a luxury twist flake. It is
Oh,
different.
yeah,
I
you're
don't know
right.
how twist flake is made.
Well, you twist it. Duh.
Yeah,
It's in the name.
it's different in how, because it still looks like they get slices, right? Like it's from a plug
Mhm.
somehow. So there you go. Josh says Rattray limited edition 1 was chocolate and orange. So
Mm, okay.
there you go. But yeah, kind of
Interesting.
anything that I get that's in some kind of flake or anything that's not ribbon. I will slice it if it's in a plug or
Mhm.
and then just rub it out. Like I rub things out so they are like ribbon essentially.
Yeah.
just so it's easier to burn. And then in that process, like if something needs to dry out a little bit, it'll dry easier. I just get a more consistent smoke doing it that way.
Do you dry your tobacco before you smoke it?
Not usually.
Me neither. I'm too ADD for that. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna smoke it right now. I ain't time for all that.
A lot of the time, like especially the last couple weeks, I've really been trying to smoke through my open tins. I've been trying to narrow that down because I've got a lot that I want to try, but I want to just try to smoke through one at a time just to become familiar with that tobacco.
Yeah.
So, because I'm just smoking through the one, I've been leaving it in the tin, and it dries out a little bit in that as well because I'm not jarring it up or anything like that. So, especially like at this point, like with Squadron Leader, like it's already plenty dry enough for me just to load up.
Right.
Maybe the first couple I should have left it dry a little bit, but yeah, at this point in time, I really don't need to worry about that.
Very cool. And just one pro tip too. I just learned this last week because I can never get like flakes or broken flakes. I can never get them to stay lit. It always.
Okay.
I mean, I'll light 40 times just to get through a bowl. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And so somebody watched me on one of my videos and sent me an instant or a private message and went, "I wish I could teach you how to load your pipe bowl." I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, I am an idiot, but what tips you got?" And he said, "Well, flakes, because I was always told, flakes because they're so tightly packed, they expand a lot, so pack them looser."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you're an idiot. Don't do that. Pack it tighter than you do ribbon." And since I've done that, oh my goodness, it actually stays lit.
All right.
And so there you go. Pro tip: pack the bottom, 3/4 of it nice and tight. Top can be a little loose because it will expand, but other than that,
there you go.
It does stay lit a lot better. There you go. Pro tip for the day. And an upcoming video before too long.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right, Scott. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has, Mike.
Thank you, everybody, for joining along with us. We hope you had a good time talking whiskeys, tobaccos, and yeah. Until next month.
Yeah, we'll see y'all then. Maybe that should be back to the third Thursday.
That's
right. Be a few extra weeks, but yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
All right, take care, everyone.
Yeah, see y'all.